Alright, so now I would like you to share your experience of either your own experience or what you have heard, or comparing yourself to your other friends that go to bilingual schools. So, do you think that having science in English and all the subjects that Irene has already mentioned, do you think it's a positive way to learn it to learn this content through a language that is not your native language? What advantages and what disadvantages do you see? Let's start with Irene and then you give your opinion, Les.
Advantages, of course, that you learn more English, but disadvantages is that you can confundir.
Get confused.
You can confuse Spanish with English, and some words you change it, and that's very difficult.
Okay. Over here. Do you think it's a positive way, guys? Do you think you learn more? You learn less? What's your opinion on that? We're not talking about the English. I mean, yes, we're talking about it, but we're talking about the advantage you take, el aprovechamiento, okay? The advantage that you take out of the contents of the subject through English. What do you think?
I have a friend that has a friend that goes to a bilingual school.
Yeah.
No? And that friend that goes to a bilingual school just knows the things that they teach him.
Yeah.
With he just learned that with memory, but he can't explain that because maybe he doesn't understand because it's in English or something, because he can tell the things that they told him in English, no? But if you ask him to tell that in Spanish, he can't because he doesn't know. He just learns with memory and nothing. Yes.
Okay. Your opinion, Alba? What do you think?
I think that it's very good to learn more language than your mother language.
Yeah. Your mother tongue.
But I think that the information that is basic, the basic information of the high school of the subject, you know more in your language than the other. Because I have a friend that has 1 year more than me.
Yeah.
But he went to a
bilingual school.
He know the thing. For example, I remember that he studied the part of the body. He know the names in English, but in Spanish didn't remember nothing. It happens.
Is this a problem?
Yes, because I don't know the parts of the body in Spanish. I know in English. That's a problem.
It is okay. And what can you do? I mean, you learn things, as Andrew said, by heart. But then you want to, of course, you live in Spain. You live in a country where Spanish is spoken, right? As a first language. What do you do then? If you don't know how to say that
you have
in your mother tongue.
For example, in my case, I don't need it, but I studied the parts of the body in Spanish because I want. Because if they ask me when I'm older or something, and I don't know, that's going to be difficult for me. And in English, so I know the two.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you something. We're talking here about technical vocabulary, right? Like how to say costilla, rib, for example. Now, if we talk about history, do you have history in English?
Yeah.
All right. There are hardly any technical um, words or vocabulary, right? Would you be able, Irene, to explain history in Spanish?
No.
Why?
Because if I learn in English, I know how to explain in English, but not in Spanish. Because all the words that I study are in English.
All right.